broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hi everyone, we're here at AFTERBUZZ for the New Girl After Show. I'm your host, Carli Garsow, and along with me is...
I'm Britta Garsow.
Hey guys, I'm Paulina Aguilar.
Hey guys, I'm Michelle Fee.
And this was episode 10, titled Girl Fight. Ooh, it might have to be a
the suspense.
It went down on this episode with Jess and Cece.
We've never seen them fight before.
I actually thought it was going to be more physical.
I did too.
Because of the title, Girl Fight, I thought they were, well, they kind of did, but like, I thought it was literally going to be a girl fight the entire episode.
I did too, but I liked the angle they took on how girls actually fight so passive-aggressively.
Yeah,
it's so
yeah,
true.
see, I wanted to ask you guys if you and your friends are like that, or if you actually talk about your issues and your problems.
What do you do? I don't even remember the last fight I've had with my girlfriends. I think for us, we either yell at each other if we're in the moment and just get it all out, or we'll just like ignore each other for like a week or so. We really would. I think it's like it's one of those like we don't say that we're mad at each other, but we know we are both irritated because we spend so much time together that we just go our separate ways, and eventually either I call her or she calls me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same with you.
Mine is, well, I don't yell at my friends. Like, we don't yell at each other. I think it's a little bit more passive-aggressive because my friends all live so far away, like my best girlfriends. So we text a lot, and we can always tell when one is getting annoyed with the other. So we'll, like, leave each other alone for a couple hours, and we'll, like, pick back up at it. But
A couple hours, that's a quick fight.
yeah, like, we don't really stay mad at each other that much. Like, if we are, we, like, let our feelings out and just tell each other. But I feel like that's not really normal.
What about you guys? Because you guys are twins, so you guys are best friends for each other. So how does that work?
We're not passive aggressive at all.
Our fights are the quickest fights, and it's so freaky because like we'll just scream at each other for a good minute, and then we'll be like, "Oh, do you want to go get a latte?"
And everyone that's witnessed it has been like, "That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen." And we're like, "Oh, we call them twin fights. Like they're over in a minute or less."
Is that like a twin thing?
It is. Or this guy we worked with, he was like, "Oh, I see you guys having a twin fight out," because we worked at the desk, and then he was a mechanic, and so he like comes in and sees us having a fight. He's like, "I see you guys having a twin fight over there," and we're like, "Oh yeah, like we're fine now though." And he goes, "Yeah, I know. Like that's how my brother and I are too. Like we argue for like a minute, and then we're
you go back
over
to normal."
it. Yeah.
What about with your friends outside of your family?
I would say it's more passive aggressive.
Yeah, and kind of the same thing Michelle was saying because a lot of our best girlfriends live back in Wisconsin, so you don't really have the opportunity to really get mad.
Yeah.
So do you guys fight like with emojis like Jess and Cece did? Because that was hilarious.
That was so funny. The first one she said was like, yellow heart whale thumbs up.
Like, what does that mean?
I couldn't even follow it.
I know. I was trying to write them down, and I'm like, no,
Me too. The 2 syringes. She was 2 syringes.
My favorite was the poop. It was like poop.
Don't send her
Turban
poop.
guy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you could fight with emojis. I think they just wrote that in the script to make it funny.
Yeah.
But like a smiley face is a smiley face. It's not meant to be.
But
they were being passive-aggressive, though. Like, a smiley face could be anything.
It's such a modern thing to do now these days because everybody's attached to their phone, so nobody even talks to each other anymore. You gotta. It's all about the emojis. True. I have a friend that literally says, "Respond to me back in emojis," or she'll respond for me, and I'm like, "Why? Just use my words." Like, you know.
Wait, do you understand them when she responds to you in emojis?
I approve it before she sends it.
Okay.
If it's off of my phone, so yeah, I do. But I just use your words, guys.
I'm a word person too, for sure. And I feel like Jess and Cece are too. They're both like intelligent women, especially Jess. And so when they were like fighting with emojis, it was just funny to see.
And that's everybody though.
Yeah.
Everybody's been there. Everybody's experienced something like that.
The purse, I couldn't believe that it all unraveled over a yellow purse.
It was
because of Schmidt.
Yeah, because
he
of
butted his head.
I know.
In where it didn't belong.
I know.
I know.
But I think it's such a girl thing to like literally you keep everything everything in. So they really did unravel 20 years of of bad things. And
digging up berries.
Yeah.
As they called it.
But and they looked really beat up after the fight, so maybe they just didn't show everything.
Well, when Jess attacked Cece with the bump, I was like, that is to hurt so bad. And then she had like the line,
the little suction.
The suction. I'm like, oh,
yeah. I mean, I was just surprised that they looked like that. But next episode they'll be back to normal, their faces and their relationship.
Yeah. Even stronger than ever.
Yeah, even stronger. And if you guys want to go on iTunes and give us 5 stars, please, and we hope you're watching, and comment. We love comments on the YouTube videos.
We'll respond to them.
Yes.
Or respond. Please comment. So moving on to the next topic is Nick and Kai, and we didn't realize her name until halfway through the episode.
They didn't say it, though.
They didn't say.
Yeah, so that was strange. But she's the granddaughter of Tran.
Which I love. I love Tran. He's just like, he does that Mr. Miyagi thing with the mind to Nick, and Nick just automatically gets it. And I love that. And it's nice to see Nick with a girlfriend.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Finally.
Someone other than Jess.
I don't know how I feel about her yet. I feel like they're too much alike, and I don't really know.
That they're not going to balance each other.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
I guess it's kind of good that she, on the job front, has her life together more. Like, she's very wealthy. But I just think that she's not necessarily a good influence for him.
Yeah.
So
To be lazy on the couch with pizza and beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I guess I'd like to see their relationship play out. So
Yeah.
There's got to be something that she has to offer Nick.
yeah.
Besides money.
She's going to be a sugar mama to him instead.
I know. That's
It already
so funny.
started. He gave him $200.
I know, and I was excited to see Nick go to work, maybe for a brief second, because we've been saying in the past that he hasn't really been at the bar. Like, they've showed the bar, but him working, I feel like they haven't really showed him.
Yeah,
And
it's
he
been
was
more
like-
of Cece working.
Yeah, and they're like, wait, I have to go. He has I have to go to work, and then he doesn't go.
Yeah, bad influence, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's funny. She adds a funny element to the show, like along with everyone else. She's unique in her own jokes and everything.
I feel like we need to see a lot more of her. Like, there's something that's going to make everything, like, click with them.
Yeah.
And we just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
And we need to see her with the roommates more, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that will happen later on, obviously. Maybe next episode for, like, Christmas or something.
Yeah.
And are you guys happy that they addressed at least, like, just maybe not being okay with Nick having a girlfriend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I was too. I'm like, at least they addressed it instead of just ignoring it completely.
Yeah.
Like Cece
Because
asking
we said,
her.
they literally made it seem like the whole Nick and Jess thing never occurred, and it's so strange. And so I was really glad that Cece asked her, and she's like, yeah, I'm okay with it. Weird, and because it is weird.
Yeah.
But
But we've seen the whole time since they've broken up that they're both okay with dating other people.
Yeah.
We've seen them in that situation at the same time in their apartment.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we're just totally way off. Instead of it being awkward, they're just totally fine with it. And that's
Yeah.
just how it is.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just glad they addressed it. Finally.
Yeah, because in the past you've assumed that they were okay, but no one's ever like asked. So
Right.
this was finally confirmation. Like, I'm fine.
I still wouldn't recommend anybody living with their ex. Don't do it. I've never done it. I don't plan to do it. I don't want to do it. It's just awkward.
Know what I think? I know this is a prediction, and we're not there yet. But okay, so you know how Nadia's having a baby, and I don't think Cece's gonna want to live with a baby. So I'm kind
That
of
was my
hoping
prediction. Chill.
that like maybe Nick will move out and like Cece
With
will
Kai?
move in. Yeah.
So you think Nick will move in with Kai?
Well, not necessarily with Kai. I mean, that
Just
would
move
make the
out?
most sense. But if he would move out and then Cece would move in the loft,
I was thinking Cece would move in too. And
Because
someone
she's-
would leave.
why would they talk about the baby? And she's like, "You're not. Are you gonna want to like? Is she gonna raise
there.
it?"
Yeah,
that was
they
like
talk about
foreshadowing.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that's gonna happen. But and I just think it makes the most sense for Nick to move out because Jess wouldn't move out if Stacey's living there. So
I'd kick Schmidt out.
yeah, that's true. Schmidt, but Schmidt already moved out.
He
So
did.
he
Move
came
back
back.
out. He can afford it.
He is like the only one that can afford it.
Yeah.
I think. Do you guys think Taran's gonna be back on the show then?
I'm
Yeah.
sure he will.
If you're going to involve his granddaughter, you got to involve the family. We see them, everybody's family, all the time, or on the big episodes. I feel like he should be around.
Yeah.
He's one
Yeah.
of Nick's best friends, but not Tran's best friend, but he's one of Nick's
Yeah,
best friend.
yeah.
It makes sense.
So funny. Because we missed last week here, but we watched the episode and he's so funny and he doesn't even do
He
anything.
doesn't say
He just
anything.
like looks.
No, I laughed so hard when all those beer bottles were on the ground. It was Tran.
And he looks sober.
Yeah, because he looks the same all the time.
It's just stone face.
Same smiley face.
So it's kind of funny his granddaughter is so like
Talkative.
and vibrant.
Did you guys really think she was homeless though?
No, I thought like I was like, there's no way she'd be homeless.
Because this leads into the whole to Winston, but I didn't think she was homeless. I slightly did with the newspapers because she was covering herself with it, and because Tran is always at the park, so it made sense. But then it just it just didn't work.
Yeah.
So my prediction before it happened was that she was rich, which I always happened to be right.
Yeah.
So I'm rooting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll last for sure.
I just want to see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't want them to introduce someone else, so I think that it'll be good to have her for now.
What if they did introduce somebody else, and now he's just torn by two completely girls?
That's true. That could be too.
That would be not a Nick thing. Nick would be like, what?
He do his moonwalk, like awkward moonwalk, freaking out over the girl sitch.
Sweating.
Sweating.
I would like to see that battle.
Yeah, that would be good. So, yeah, Winston was unsure about her, and he just wanted to distract himself from studying. So we were wrong then, right? Because back a few episodes we said that he was done with his test for the police academy. Didn't we say that?
I think it was a physical.
Yeah, he
Okay.
passed like maybe just that whole evaluation test, but we never saw him take an actual test. So
He passed the background.
Yeah.
Okay. So this has to be the last step then.
This is the written.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Before he
written.
graduates.
Yeah, like I just want to see him be a police officer.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna pass.
Yeah, I think so too.
Definitely.
But I think that little like tease out at the end with him in the books was my favorite part of the whole episode. He's like, "This
Massage is illegal."
But the way that he was totally analyzing Nick and Kai, it was so logical. I feel like it made sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I followed the clues too.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny to see Winston being so logical. I feel like the police academies made him that way because he wasn't before.
Yeah.
And yeah, now he has like steps to solve things and writes it down in his notebook.
Can I just say, I really like Coach's character this season because I feel like he brings a sense of normalcy to the whole group. He's always the voice of reason and just gets it. Nobody else ever gets it. They never know what's going on. They never make good decisions, but he does.
He does.
So I really like his character this season because he brings them back down to like a normal place.
To reality.
Yeah.
He's like, no, don't think like that. That's too crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I liked that he was helping Schmidt deal with the whole Cece and Jess thing, like level-headed. Just Schmidt showed up and just watched everything unravel, didn't do anything.
But if you listen to when he was on the phone and he tells Schmidt what to do, like pee in a like in a circle and set it on fire, like no, that was not logical. You don't do that.
exactly, that's true.
Yeah, but I agree. I think that he's the most normal, but except when he had the breakdown on the...
Yeah, but breakdowns are normal,
Yeah.
and he was drunk.
Yeah. He has a pass. Because he was drunk.
He has a pass. But yeah, and I think Coach and Jess and then Schmidt and Jess are my favorite, like, guy-girl scenes so far this season.
I like their banter.
Yeah, and Schmidt and Coach. So, like, the three of them, they have good banter, like you said.
Good chemistry.
Do you
good
think guys
chemistry.
actually solve their problems like that?
I don't think so.
I don't think
think they
so.
even talk about it, to be honest with you. I think they're just
I think
like...
they hold it in.
Yeah.
For the most part, and just don't
but they're
really say
not
anything.
passive-aggressive about it.
No,
They're just
I don't
like-
think it bothers them at all.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't even hold it in. They just brush it off and be like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow at the game. Like, let's go get a beer.
Yeah.
But if it does bother them, I don't think they would say anything unless it was like a drastic situation where they felt they needed to.
Yeah.
But besides that, I think they just either brush it off or just don't say anything.
We need a guy on
I
this
know.
panel,
I
then
was
we can
thinking that.
ask.
I know,
But
that's
I
true.
do think that, like, they're not passive-aggressive in the sense girls are, but I feel like they'll think about it later, like, make fun of them for something, you know, like, they are big at making fun of each other in,
Yeah.
like, a lighthearted way, but, like, there's some upsetting, like, feelings behind it I kind of sometimes feel like. Do you guys agree? Maybe?
I think yeah, maybe.
Like, you know...
I kind of know what you mean.
Yeah,
I
like
think
one might
more
be upset at
so-
the other, and they'll just like let it go. But then like something will come up again where they do the same thing, and they'll like make fun of them, and it'll be a joke, but not.
I know what you mean. What I
completely.
think guys are like is they don't really get upset. They just get annoyed at each other. So like if someone does something that they don't like necessarily agree with, they just get annoyed. So then maybe they'll be like kind of rude. But I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
I've
well-
seen it play out, but I don't know how to explain
Guys
it.
out there, please comment on YouTube and tell us how
Clearly,
you deal.
we don't know.
We are girls.
I've seen both. I have a lot of guy friends, and we'd go out for a beer, and they'll, you know, oh my God, I blah blah blah. This this happened. I'm like, okay, and it bothers him for a couple days, so then he doesn't even call his friend.
Yeah.
And then I've seen it where they get into something and then the next day they're out and they're fine. So I think it just depends on what it was.
It's all situational.
So kind of like girls too, because not all girls are passive
Yeah, but we
aggressive in
fight
that
over
sense.
petty things.
Yeah.
Like over a purse that was done on purpose because
But
girls
if she
actually
did
do
to
that.
Me,
Yeah.
I would be mad.
See? There you go.
If we were shopping and we both decided no one would get it, and then she went back and got it, I would be upset.
See, I would totally pull a Jess and probably go back and buy it.
I would go back and buy it too. I think
I would too.
That purse was ugly, but if it was like a really cute purse and the sign said 60% off in the back of them, so I'd probably buy it.
Well, see, what I don't understand is why didn't one of them buy it and just be like, you
Share
can
it.
borrow it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would do that with my friends.
Yeah.
If there was just one left and we both really wanted it.
That's
because
true.
I would regret it if I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I don't even think I would go that far. I think that if we were to fight over it and you said, oh no, you can buy it, I'd be like, okay, thanks. And I would take it and I would buy it. I wouldn't even
That's
banter
true,
that much.
That's true. Yeah, I
True.
agree with that. But a purse, I feel like you wear it next to you. Like, it's kind of a part of you. You know what I mean? Not a part of you, but of all, like, inanimate objects to, like, be attached to, it's literally attached to you, like, on your shoulder. So, I don't know.
Literally.
I don't know. I feel like a purse would be upsetting about the whole, like, if we both wanted it and someone else went and bought it. It would upset me.
But wouldn't you rather have someone you know buy it than some random person who's like, oh, you guys aren't buying that purse? Let me just grab it and
I would
and
have
you're
liked to say
never
that.
gonna
That
see
would have
it
been a
anymore.
good.
Yeah, I thought
Scene.
that was gonna happen.
Because we were there for a long time.
And the purse wasn't in the camera shot,
Yeah.
so I thought they were going to pan out and the purse was going to be gone.
And it was a sample sale. You know those things don't stay there for the longest time. Like
It
they
was
just
yellow, so I don't know.
I just thought that purse was
Can't really match anything. Okay, predictions. Let's get into predictions.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
We all kind of already started our predictions.
I know we did, in the midst of it all.
yes.
But I think that Cece's going to move into the loft, or her and Jess are going to get their own apartment together.
Oh, that's true.
I feel like they're too crowded.
They're definitely
Yeah,
crowded.
they're definitely.
Someone needs to move out.
I would not be able to live with 5 people. I can barely live with 5 people now. That's my
Yeah.
family. Like I have 5 roommates right now.
You have 5 roommates?
Yes. Well, roommates. I call them my
Your
parents.
family?
I call them roommates. Sorry, mom and dad.
Well, we have
3 other
three others
roommates.
besides us, and I don't think it's very crowded, but
It isn't.
Too many people.
No, I thought so too, but we have like plenty of space.
Yeah, but on the show, and especially if like Nick has a girlfriend now coming over, someone needs to leave.
Well, and because aren't Nick and Schmidt still sharing a room?
Yeah, they
so
are.
that's just weird.
So it would make sense to see Nick move in with Kai because it looks like it's going well, and I think that's not going to end anytime soon.
So,
But then if Jess and Cece did get their own place, it would be a guy's apartment, and then, well, I guess they'd
yeah, but
still
the whole
be.
point
Oh, they
of
wouldn't
the
share
show
a
was
room.
that Jess moved in with them.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of weird for her to move out.
That's true, but it is season 4. Like, I don't know.
I want to go on forever though.
Me too. And then what other predictions do we have?
I think Winston will pass and he will become a cop. But I think
Yes.
his cases are going to be little petty things like, oh, a lost dog or like nothing
Probably.
too big
Yeah.
until
he'll be
he
really
makes his
excited
break.
about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lost and found type of thing. And then eventually he'll have his big break, like a missing child or
Okay,
like
yeah.
something a little bit more dramatic. But for now, I think that he's going to pass and have really petty cases.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll pass on first try. He's worked so hard.
He really has. Especially all that studying.
What about your predictions?
Well, I'm going to go off the Nick and Kai predictions that you guys predicted. But in the long run, I feel like when they eventually break up, I think it'll be because someone points out to him that he's kind of like this deadbeat person, mooching off of a girl, and he doesn't want that. I think
Okay,
he's the kind of
yeah.
person that wouldn't,
His
you
pride
know.
would get to him.
Yeah. So that's what I'm predicting.
Okay, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. I think that's
think
it.
we've
really.
covered
Anything
it
with
all.
Coach?
Well, we said that. Oh, Coach. No. Coach is always the same, remember?
He's a teacher.
Just good. Okay, well then, starting with Paulina, where can they find you on social
You
media?
guys can find me on Twitter at _ Paulina Aguilar.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _MichelleFee.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Britta _Garsow.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Carli _Garsow. Thanks for watching.
See you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.